They have to be these people who are, go through extra training and probably have to be paid more. So it definitely ties Uber's hands. And remember, there are no appeals here. So, I mean, to me, it's a setback in Europe.
Okay. Tom Giles, our executive editor of Tech. Thank you for weighing in. Meantime, out of Washington, the biggest piece of tax legislation in the last 30 years was passed through Congress. Here is what President Trump had to say earlier from the White House.
We are going to bring at least $4 trillion back into this country, money that was frozen overseas and in parts and worlds, and some of them don't even like us, and they had the money. Well, they're not going to have the money long.
The debate over tax reform has been raging for weeks and could have major impacts across industries, including technology. We're joined by our Bloomberg tax reporter, Laura Davison, in Washington. Laura, it's been a very exciting few weeks for you. Obviously, we know that the effective corporate tax rate has been brought down. We know that this will impact cash overseas. How will this impact the biggest tech corporations that have a giant pile of cash overseas?
Yes. So there's, Trump said about $4 trillion. Other estimates say closer to $3 trillion. But anyways, it's a large number of dollars that tech companies and pharma companies have stashed overseas. And really that's because the tax laws would get hit with really high tax rates to bring it back. So people have just been storing it there. Now, at a lower rate, at 15.5%. So if they would have brought money back last year, it would have been 35%. Next year, it would be 15.5%. They can bring that money back. And what Republicans say they hope that companies do is to reinvest in their facilities, in research and development, hire more workers, pay the workers that they have more. We'll see if that's how it pans out. The last time there was a repatriation tax holiday, what happened is there ended up being more stock buybacks or dividend payouts or more executive compensation. But that at least is the hope. And tech companies are very excited to be able to have more free access to that cash now.
Comcast just announced they're going to be giving a special $1,000 bonus to over 100,000 employees. What does that signify in terms of how companies are responding or will respond to the lower rate?
This really shows, this is really the poster child example. Republicans couldn't ask for a better headline today as this bill was passing, saying, look, companies are going to take this tax, the tax cut that they have and give it to their workers, push that money out into the economy to help it grow. They have really, really ambitious goals out there to have the economy